What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moneyline Media. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful.
We have a wonderful interview prepared for you guys tonight. We are about to be joined by Mason Bennett from the Hamilton Tigercats. He played his college career at North Dakota. He is the all-time sack leader at North Dakota.
Sack King.
FCS All-American.
Kid's no joke. He's no joke. He's going to be exciting to watch in this CFL. His career as a fighting hawk, he posted 128 tackles, 31 and a half tackles for loss, 20 sacks, one forced fumble, and a pair of fumble recoveries during that time. He was the first All-American in the school's history while they're at Division I. So, no joke. Excited to get him on. Can't wait to get started.
Beast mode.
Beast mode is correct.
It's good, man.
Hey, Mason. How you doing, man?
Good. Can y'all hear me?
We could hear you. Can we see you? Is there any way we can get you on?
Yeah, there we go. My bad.
No worries. Hey, how you doing, man?
There we go. Good, man. How y'all doing?
Good. Excited to have you on. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sorry about that last time, by the way.
It happens. We understand.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. So if you could you just tell us a little bit about how you ended up playing at North Dakota?
Yeah, so in high school, I had a pretty good junior and senior year. Kind of did the whole camp thing in the summer. Up in Canada here, we have like what's called like a provincial team, which is almost like a state team. I played in that summer of grade 11 and summer of grade 12. Through that, I made the All-Star team, which then you get selected to play for Team Canada, which that gave me huge notes in the States and throughout Canada and whatnot. So did that in the summer, had a good senior year, did some camps, like I said. Went to like the NDSU camp, which is in Fargo, went to the UND camp a couple weeks after that. And I think I also went to a couple of Canadian university camps too, but, ended up getting an offer from NDSU first. It was a little low. And then UND offered me about a couple weeks later and it was a bit higher. And, financially it just made more sense to go to UND. So that's why I ended up there.
Awesome. Yeah, you were highly recruited by Canadian schools and a bunch of down south over here schools.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, and we've asked this to a bunch of the Canadian players, that Canadian players aren't quite getting the recognition that they deserve, that there should be a bunch of guys that should be, playing Division I ball like you did down here?
Yeah, definitely. Especially even in the Winnipeg area where I'm from. There's pretty much not any big states around us that play football other than kind of like the Minnesota. But even then, that's still about 8-hour, 10-hour drive from where I am. But, the areas like Toronto and BC, they're starting to get recruited heavily. You see Chase Claypool come out, have a good year.
Right.
Neville Gallimore from Toronto. Those guys are getting drafted, you know what I mean? And then even a couple of years ago, David Onyemata, he got drafted right from the University of Manitoba, which is not even heard of, really. And, I think kind of my freshman year in college, they weren't really recruiting as much in Canada, but I think now they're starting to get up there a little bit more. I know North Dakota, we have a whole Canadian scouting team now itself.
Wow.
So I think a lot of teams are starting to do that now because there's so much football scouting in Canada.
There is, and I think over the years we've even seen like guys who were great American players like Johnny Manziel go up north and not quite have the career that people I think look down almost on CFL when a lot of our guys can't even make it there.
Oh yeah. No, it's the CFL, like even just Canadian football in general, it's a totally different game, what bigger field, one less down, it's for pass rushers like me, I love playing Canadian football because, they're passing more often than running it, right?
Right.
So, more chances for sacks, but for a quarterback, I can't even imagine, especially with the bigger field, I'm sure he's like, holy crap, there's so much area here.
Yeah.
So, Mason, you were a first-round pick to the Hamilton Tigercats. Can you describe to us what that felt like for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. So, obviously the whole COVID thing kind of started last spring, and we had pro days get canceled. I was training in Minneapolis, and that all got shut down. Like just randomly one day they said, "No, gym are closed tomorrow. Sorry, guys." And then going back home. Actually, I went back to school for a little bit, trained a little bit there because it was still open there. And then, draft day came around, and honestly, I had no idea where I was going to go. If I was going to go in the first round, third round, I had no idea. And actually, what I did know is when you get drafted in the CFL, they call you after, not before.
Oh, wow.
So since I was in the States too, my feed of the draft was a little bit behind. And then I was on the phone with my grandpa, my mom, my stepdad, the whole family, right? My grandpa goes, "Oh, Mason Bennett." I was like, "No, Grandpa, I haven't gotten the phone call yet. Like,
Yeah.
it's not me." And then it shows on the screen. I was like, "Mason Bennett drafted 8th overall." I was like, "Oh, I guess they call you after, right?" So
Right.
I was shocked. I was surprised, but it was a great feeling. And then, yeah, like I said, I got the call about a couple minutes after that, and talked to the coaches, talked to my agent, and it was a really, really happy moment, but definitely a shocking moment too.
Well, congratulations, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I want to just rewind a little back to your time with the Fighting Hawks. You were their first Division I All-American. What was that honor like for you?
It was crazy. I don't think I got All-American my junior year, but I got my senior year. And my junior year was about 3 times better than my senior year. So I think my junior year, I was really, really shocked that I didn't get it. And, I think I had 10 sacks that year. But, that just made me work harder for my senior year, which ultimately I did get added to the AP All-American list, which was huge. But, records like that, you kind of sit back and you realize, no, that it was a lot of fun getting those sacks, man. But damn, I wish I could have won a championship with the Fighting Hawks or even a playoff game, right? Coming in, we had a goal of first making it to the playoffs because we just joined Division I about 5-6 years earlier. Mm-hmm. So my sophomore year, we made it to the playoffs. Unfortunately, lost in the first round, and then senior year made it to the playoffs again and just couldn't get that win. So, I think getting a playoff win would have been a lot more fun than getting this All-American. But I'm still really proud of myself and happy for the accomplishment.
Yeah, that's such an honor too. And you were their first one. Everyone remembers their first,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So can you just give us a little description of how this whole experience has been for you with COVID-19 and the pandemic?
Messy. If I had to describe it in one word, it's really, really messy. Like I said, I was training in Minneapolis. One day we were just stretching. Owner came in. Gym's closing down, guys. Nothing we can do. Wow. And I was like, oh wow, that kind of sucks. And then and then we heard pro days were getting canceled. And obviously kind of depending on where you are, there's different restrictions and stuff like that. Where I'm at right now, there's nothing open. I think we just opened up kind of non-essential goods to the public last weekend. But before that, you can even go into Walmart and buy like rubber bands, markers, stuff like that. School supplies over Christmas break, you can buy Christmas decorations, nothing like that. So let alone get into the gym, right? So I think just trying to stay sane and trying to find a way to get better every day has been a challenge. But it's definitely doable. This is the most free time I've ever had probably since I can't even remember, to be honest. So I think just trying to use my free time wisely and kind of make myself better anyway is kind of the goal right now. But yeah, it's been challenging, but it's definitely kind of a way to adapt to the game of football too. You see these random kind of moments that you gotta kind of break ahead and just kind of push through. And this is what we're going through right now, just kind of in a longer stage. So hopefully it'll all be over soon, and then we can move on with normal life again.
Yeah, we can only hope. So with that being said, what have you been doing to stay ready with the lack of gyms? Like we've heard some very interesting workout routines.
Yes.
Throughout it, so what's yours?
I got nothing too crazy. I got a little gym set up here. It's been doing the job. It's like minus 58 Fahrenheit here where I'm at in Winnipeg. So you can't even. I'm not even trying to go run outside.
Yeah.
So I've been going up down the stairs in my house, trying to do any cardio I can, skipping around my room. Kind of doing like the whole little HIIT workout type thing just to get my heart pumping a little bit. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks here the gyms open up and I can actually get back into the gym and start doing some more football oriented things. But no, it's been a huge challenge. I remember last spring right before the draft was hitting, I was doing like get-offs down my apartment hallway, stuff like that, because there's nothing to do, and when it's this cold, you can't go outside and go do things unless you're a total maniac. Yeah, I'm sure there's been some interesting ways people have gone away to stay fit.
Yes, many different things. Cinder blocks.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard couches, cinder blocks, beds, mattresses. Yeah, you can name it all.
Oh yeah.
So you grew up in Canada. You're playing it with the Hamilton Tigercats. That's so exciting. Anyone on the team that you're particularly either looking forward to learning from?
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely. I just call him Cap, but we call it Simone Lawrence, probably if
Okay.
not the best linebacker in the CFL. Obviously I call him Cap because he's the captain of the team, and
Mhm.
if you've seen any videos or seen anything to do with the Hamilton Tigercats, it's always him yelling or doing
Yep.
stuff like that, and his energy is unmatched to anybody I've ever seen. So I can't wait to get down there and play in front of him, and hopefully some of his energy wears off on me, and I can become that maniac on the field like he is. So that's definitely one guy I'm looking forward to playing with.
Well, Hamilton, they were in the Grey Cup Championship the last season that they played.
Yep.
What are you going to bring to them to bring them over the edge of being in it to winning it?
I think there's that elite pass rusher. But elite pass rushers can always, play the run. I'm looking forward to playing special teams. I've been playing special teams since about freshman year in college. So I'm looking forward to that. I did that all through high school. That's something that I missed, and I can't wait to run down and kick off and hit someone as hard as I can and stuff like that, right? But just being that elite pass rusher, like I said, being versatile. Drop back into coverage, playing the run heavy, and then pass rushing. On those first two or sometimes even three downs. So I think just bringing my versatility is something that's going to be really useful this year for Hamilton and myself.
For sure.
With as crazy of a year as we just experienced and the CFL shutdown and everything, how excited are you just to get out there and play?
Oh man, I've been watching my old highlight videos. I've been watching Hamilton highlight videos, CFL highlight videos, NFL highlight videos. I've been, it's you wake up and you're like, oh man, already without football, this sucks. But hopefully, we're getting closer to the day where, I can get back on the field and at least there's been some NFL on where you can watch it and kind of get your little niche out. But I think that makes me even more hungry is watching these guys play. And even when college football was on before, and it just got me so excited to get back on the field. So I'm gonna give it all my all. Now I've kind of seen what the life is like without football, and
Right.
I don't want to be back here. Well, I know eventually I will be one day, but as long as I can play football, I'm gonna be happy, right? So I'm definitely gonna try my best to prolong this career and do my best every single play because like my coaches always say, you never know when your last play is gonna be, and definitely gonna take that to heart.
Absolutely.
Any teams that you're looking forward to most going against?
Definitely Winnipeg. I can't wait to come back to my hometown. I've been played here since high school, and my high school career actually ended in the Bomber Stadium, losing in the semifinals to I guess my UND running back who now plays for Winnipeg. I've been friends with him since about junior high, so definitely have all my friends and family there. Hopefully, if there's fans.
Yeah.
But playing in front of mom and my friends and everything like that is going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to come back home and show what I can do.
Also, the reigning champs, so it's
exactly, and we lost them in the Grey Cup, so
exactly
even more of a reason to.
What a way to come home too! What a rivalry to come home to, right?
First games in Winnipeg, actually.
Oh yeah, oh awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully there's fans there, and we can make something happen.
That's going to be an energetic game. I can't imagine.
Oh, yeah.
All the players are going to be so pumped just to get out there.
Finally, for some guys, I know some guys have been playing a couple years, right? Because in the CFL, it's a little bit different where you can sit out a year, go back to college, and then come play.
Mm-hmm.
And, some guys have been out for 2 years now, right? I can't even imagine that. So, I'm sure those guys are just as hungry as I am. But, it's going to be insane, especially if there's fans. It's going to be even more fun. But regardless, we're back on the field. I'm sure everyone's going to be really happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt. So what should Tigercat fans and CFL fans expect from you as a person and as a player?
I think definitely a guy who's going to help out any way possible. Like I said before, whether that's kickoff return, punt, if it's my job to do scout team for the week, just give it my all no matter what. And then also try to be a guy that's involved in the community, any way possible, just to help out the Hamilton area. Awesome. And obviously me being a Canadian kid, just Canada in general. So, like I said before, I give it my all no matter what. Like I said before, also, I've seen what life's like without football, and I don't ever want to come back to anytime soon. So, and you can bet that I'm gonna be going 100%, 110% every play, on and off the field, and working my butt off to make this team better. So that's what you're gonna get out of me.
Awesome. So, Mason, we play this game with all of our guests. We call it Steady Fire because they're fun questions, but you don't have to rush to answer them. So take your time answering them. I'll go first. What was your favorite jersey that you have gotten to wear in your life so far?
Oh, my favorite jersey. I think my favorite jersey would have to be Chicago Bears and Israel Adonijah. He was a Winnipeg guy
Okay.
who got drafted to the Bears, or drafted to the Cleveland Browns, and then traded to the Bears. And he was the first Winnipeg guy to ever make it to the big leagues. And I got his jersey for my birthday in November. And then my mom and I drove down to Minnesota and watched him play the Vikings when I don't even know, like maybe 7 or 6 years old. So
Gotcha.
that's probably one of my first like football memories too, of going down and watching an NFL game. So I think Israel Donjay is definitely my most prestige jersey that I like to wear.
Awesome.
All right. What's your favorite home cooked meal?
Ooh, that's tough. I love cooking it up. Ask any of my college roommates, I was always cooking, always making something crazy. In college, I was a big pasta guy, so I'm definitely just gonna go with spaghetti and meat sauce because that was my go-to. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have some pasta and meat sauce. It was all good.
Who are you looking forward to being? Like, who would you, in your dreams, who are you most looking forward to sacking when you get to the CFL?
That's tough. I think I'm gonna have to go with either one of the Winnipeg QBs. I know they haven't re-signed the one, but like I said, I think just coming back home and getting a sack in my first game would be
That'd be incredible.
huge. So I think I have to just name off whatever Winnipeg QB is playing that day. He's
Gotcha.
my favorite.
Awesome.
I think you're the first defensive player that hasn't said Trevor Harris.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
All of them, I'm sure. You just can't look. You can't wait to sack.
Whoever's on the other side, I'm good with.
Okay, awesome.
So if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Is it cheating saying that I wish I could have my superpower could be to have any superpower? I don't know if that's a cheat or not.
That is a little bit of a cheat code.
If you had 3 wishes, if you had 3 wishes, could you wish for 3 more wishes type thing? But if I had to narrow down to just one, I would have to go with I think the ability to know anything you wanted to.
Knowledge. I love it.
Knowledge. Knowledge.
Awesome.
Yeah.
First knowledge
Great
we've gotten.
Yeah.
Also, the first person to ask if they could just have any superpower as their superpower. That's a thinker.
the whole genie question.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get 3 wishes. I wish for 3 more wishes.
That's smart. That's a great answer. Okay. Favorite pregame pump up song.
Ooh. In college, it was definitely 100 Shots by Young Dolph.
Okay.
Kind of me and my teammates had like a little. We played at like our football parties and in the locker room, and I'm sure 9 out of 10 guys in our team are listening to it before the games too. But definitely in college, I had to go 100 Shots. In high school, I don't even remember what song I was listening to in high school. Jeez, I don't even know. Yeah, most recently, definitely 100 Shots by Young Dolph.
Awesome.
So you're trapped on a desert island.
Yeah.
You get 1 book, 1 movie, and 1 music album to bring with you. What are you taking?
Book. I'm gonna take Elon Musk's biography.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 1 movie to watch. Ooh. I'm probably gonna need something to make me laugh because I'm gonna be in a bad situation. So I'm gonna go either super bad or old school.
Great. 2 great movies.
Yep.
Those are
Great movies. Seen them about 100 times. Could watch them another 100 times.
Absolutely.
What was the last one?
1 music album.
Music album. I think I have to go Views by Drake. It's got a little bit of the soft music, a little bit of pump up music. Music for every setting. So you're gonna need that if you're on an island. Some pump up music to get that water and
Very
chill
true.
music to put you to bed.
For sure. Another hypothetical here. You lose every game in college. Besides, you play one team all 4 years, and you kill them every time you play them. What is that one team?
Bama.
Bama. Okay, there we go.
All right.
First Bama answer two to that. There we go.
Easily, especially coming from an FCS school, I'm sure you beat Bama once, you'll be all over the headlines for years.
Oh,
let
yeah.
alone 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
You get 1 or 2 sacks in those games, man. You're good. You're going in the early rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely Bama.
All right. Strip sack or interception? I think we know where we're going with this one.
Strip sack, definitely. You pad the stats with 2. You got the sack and the forced fumble, and hopefully return that for a touchdown too. So 3 and 1. Gotta go with that.
Gotcha. Okay, we brought up the CFL, but who is your dream person to sack anytime in the NFL? It could be from past or present. Who would that be?
Oh, that's tough. It's either between Lamar Jackson or Tom Brady. Lamar Jackson won because just freak of an athlete, and if you can bring him down, then you're crazy. And then Tom Brady, obviously, because he's a GOAT. Just to say that you brought down Tom Brady, I think would be a pretty big accomplishment. So I think either of those two would probably be my biggest dream to sack.
All right. Now, do you have a favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero? I'm a big Marvel guy. Like the Iron Man series, always like the Black Panther. Narrow down to one, that's tough. I might have to go with Black Panther just because he has the one movie and it's super exciting. Iron Man has the 3 or the 4 movies, and then Captain America's got 3. And I think Black Panther's just all pushed into one, and there's excitement all in one. So I think I'm gonna go with Black Panther. It's my favorite superhero.
Great pick.
Okay, another hypothetical here because we love the thinking. You have $1 million, but you have to spend it in 30 minutes. How are you spending it?
Oof.
Paying off my mom's credit card debt.
Good guy.
Buying her a car, and then I'm probably gonna put 20% in a stock here. Let's just say, let's go with the Tesla stock.
Smart.
20% here, and let's get some Bitcoin over here, and then obviously a crib for the whole family. I'd have to spend the rest on that, and that's pretty much how I'd spend it.
Awesome.
Unless it's all in one thing. Is that what you're saying, or can you break it up?
No, you can break it up.
Okay. Yeah, definitely number one, pay off my mom's credit card.
So do you have a favorite athlete all time, any sport?
Growing up, I didn't really watch a lot of football, to be honest. My cousin played in the NHL now, so we're always watching him play hockey and stuff like that. Obviously, I was in Canada too, so hockey's all around you. Yep. Wasn't a big basketball guy at all. So I'd probably just stick with a football guy. But honestly, I don't really have like a crazy athlete that I really looked up to growing up who was just totally amazing to me. I guess my favorite athlete now would have to be Evan Ingram, close family member of mine. I love watching him. The only reason why I watch the New York Giants. So if I had to go, one of my favorite currently, definitely Evan Ingram.
Oh, Giant shirt right next to me, brother.
Oh yeah. He's a close member of my family, so it's always cool having him in my back pocket to talk to about football and just life in general. So
Awesome.
You a big Giants fan?
I am.
Rare. That's rare.
So next time you talk to Evan, can you tell him that I need a couple more wins next season, man? Please.
Got you. I hear you, man. I hear you. We're close this year.
Yeah.
We're close.
Absolutely.
I had to hear all the heat. I had to hear all the heat about how they almost made the playoffs with only 7 wins, 6 wins.
Yeah.
I had to hear all the heat about it. So I'm sure they'll be good next year. They gotta hopefully do something big in the draft this year and make some moves, and hopefully they'll be good.
Absolutely.
Do you have a defensive lineman that you model your game after?
I think a current defensive lineman would have to be Frank Clark, DN on the Chiefs. Obviously, we both wore the same number. We even look the same in our uniforms too. We both wear the white long sleeve. It's kind of weird. We're actually like the same height, same weight too. But the way it rushes the passer, kind of has that speed and quickness in, but also isn't afraid to, get under a guy's chin and bull him over, which I love to do. And then, even stout in the run. He's kind of underrated in the run game. Obviously, when you start for the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that's been good in the last 3 years, he's, I think, a guy that's been overlooked also.
It's tough with that like offense.
With the big names they have, it's
Yeah.
so tough. He's definitely like a top 8, top 5 DN. And he's obviously, like I said, overlooked, but definitely him, just because our physiques are so similar, the way we play the game is so similar, and he can do a lot, and I like to kind of model my game after his.
So this is a major hypothetical. In an alternate universe, you are not a football player.
Yeah.
What career would you have?
Oh. Well, let's see. Either be like a big like tech guru and like invent like a social media platform like Facebook or Twitter or something like that, or be kind of a sports marketer and work with athletes and kind of help them do the marketing side, that's what I do plan to do. That's what I majored in school for. So hopefully after football, that's still available. I can still use my degree to that. If I had to pick anything, I think it'd definitely be a big tech guru. I just wish that, I knew how to work computers. Nowadays, if you know how to work computers, you're good. You're set for life, right?
Yep.
So I think do something with computers or engineering, something like that would definitely be something that I'd be interested in. So I think something along that line, though, for sure.
Gotcha. And we got the last question for you right now. If you did not play defensive end, what position would you play?
If I had a little bit of better hands, I'd say tight end. But being a defensive guy, I'd have to go either like the outside linebacker, middle linebacker type guy. I know at college at one point I hit 285 and I almost got moved to D tackle. So that's the closest I've been. That's the closest I've been to playing another position. But I definitely think like the outside linebacker type, middle linebacker would be kind of where I could play. And like I said, if I had better hands, I could even run a decent route. I'm sure I could play tight end.
Awesome. Mason, thank you so much for joining us, man. We can't wait to see you out there, and we can't wait to have you back on the show.
Definitely. Thanks for having me again.
Best of luck this year. Stay safe. Stay well.
Yeah, you too. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Take care. All right. That was Mason Bennett of the Hamilton Tigercats defensive end. He's ready to lay.
He's ready to go
down.
He's sack king.
Lay the
Gotta
sack
bring it up.
king. He's
Yeah,
the sack king. And
sack master, Alex Bozzi.
Alex Bozzi.
Buddy, friend of the show.
Uh-oh.
Those two on one team.
Oh,
by the way, our boy Jared, also on that team.
He is.
Scary defense. That's a scary defensive team.
I would say so.
That's a scary defensive team. But can't wait to get started. And yeah.
Good to go. We shall be back.
Right.
With more. Stay safe. Stay well. Stay hydrated.